Yo, what is cracking? Because it is your boy Cypher, and today I'm here bringing you guys my MPL Season 3 Week Number 2 team preview versus Danekii and the almost said the head coach of the St. Louis Sableyes, aka Danekii, aka the Season 2 champion of the MPL. So I'm a little nervous for this. But before I start this, I want to give you guys a little fun fact, because I have never beaten Dan in league format whatsoever. I battled him twice, never have beat him in league format, so it's going to be kind of a hype thing to do if we actually beat him. I actually battle him here in about 12 hours, so that's actually going to be pretty cool. But I just want to give you guys just like a little leadway of what I'm going to be bringing against Dan and what I potentially could like predict of what he's going to bring. But today, if you guys are hyped for today's team preview, then make sure you guys hit that thumbs up down below. It is going to be greatly appreciated if you want to hit that thumbs down button, and you know, at least let me know why you hit that thumbs down button. If I sound like I'm slurring my words, because I'm really nervous to face Dan, because Dan's in a very elite battle. You know, he's head office for a lot of people. He's helping co-coach people. You know, he's very good at team building, so that's going to be kind of like a thing to where I don't really, you know, I'm really nervous to play Dan. But again, make sure you guys go show Dan some love in the description below, as well as my links as well. You know, my Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all those links are down below. Make sure you guys go, you know, give them a follow, subscribe if you want. But let's go ahead and jump into the team preview / drafts for each team. So as you guys can see on my screen, you've seen it a million times. We actually are bringing Volcanion, Gliscor, Alakazam, Mega Venusaur, Kieran Black, Milotic, Tentacruel, Bisharp, Gramble, and Pangoro to the Season 3 roster. There's a couple of mons here that could potentially do, you know, put a big dent in Dan's team, such as Kieran Black, Bisharp, Gramble, you know, just like mons like that, those physical offensive mons. Because I noticed with Dan's draft, which we can pull up right here, his physical defense isn't really like at the highest right now. It's actually his lowest stat besides his HP, which is 85.20. So that's actually not bad. But Dan's draft here actually is looking pretty fierce. He's actually consisting of Weavile, Goodra, Greninja, Megalatias, Gothitelle, Registeel, Emboar, Jolteon, Golurk, and Slurpuff. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to predict all the mons that I think Dan would bring. There's 4 mons actually in my mind that I think Dan would bring to this game. One being definitely Weavile. Weavile is actually going to be very powerful against my team, because if you look at my team, I have nice physical defense as well. I mean, I have a base 91 in defense, so we're looking all right. But the thing is, if you kind of look at it, Weavile gets a section of hard-hitting moves. You know, Volcanion's not really going to want to take a big knockoff from that thing, as well as Gliscor, who, you know, gets completely obliterated by Weavile. Alakazam, physical, you know, it's just physical, you know, so he can easily outspeed him and go for like a move. Mega Venusaur, you know, if we even I think Icicle Crash will still do a lot to Mega Venusaur, even with a thick fat. Kieran Black, Weavile does get low sweep, so I have to watch out for that, because low sweep is definitely a thing. Milotic can easily, you know, hold off Weavile. I almost said Mega Weavile, but Milotic can hold off Weavile. Tentacruel, you know, can kind of. Bisharp, definitely not if he has low kick. Gramble, again, like I said, can maybe hold him off with the Intimidate. That's going to definitely be a check if he does bring Weavile. And then last but not least, you know, Pangoro, he puts a big dent with low kick as well. So, but like I said, Weavile I for sure feel like is coming. Next is going to be Megalatias. Megalatias is a big check to Mega Venusaur, and if he thinks I'm bringing a Mega Venusaur, he can definitely wall that thing with a Psyshock from a Megalatias. Having a base 700 stats as well as a base 140 special attack, it's not looking too hot for me. But either way, like I said, he has a very, you know, dynamic squad, and I think Megalatias is going to check my team as really well. I mean, obviously Kieran Black can put a big dent into his team, but other than that, I mean, Megalatias is definitely going to be doing a lot of work. And then next, I think Gothitelle is going to be coming for sure. Only reason why is I was listening to Dan's draft analysis, and I actually heard him say that he was, you know, going to possibly trap some things and maybe even Calm Mind, you know, train up. So I think that's definitely going to be a thing that Dan does, is especially with a wall breaker like Kieran Black. Gothitelle's going to be putting a big wall into that thing. Now, if I can even outrage that thing, I'm definitely going to do it, because I have a lot of, you know, prep built into this match. I'm really nervous to face Dan. But last but not least, I think the last mon that he could potentially for sure bring, and this is actually good. I'm almost going to guarantee he's going to bring this. But Registeel, I feel like, is going to be the mon he's going to bring, to be honest, just because Registeel completely walls Kieran Black. I mean, having a base 150 defense, a nice HP stat, you know, he's basically going to be a big wall. And the thing is, Kieran Black does get Earth Power, but he doesn't get Earthquake. He doesn't get any fighting type moves unless it's a Hidden Power or Focus Blast. But that's the thing is Kieran Black needs to be ran physically offensive to do some work against Dan's team. And unfortunately, I don't have enough space on Kieran Black to be running a specially offensive Kieran Black. So and I think he knows that as well. And plus the thing is, steel, the steel typing is, or is it, yeah, steel, I almost said iron typing for some reason, but the steel typing is gonna be very useful against Kieran Black here, so I have to watch out for that. Now his last 2 mons I'm kind of on the wall about. I mean, he could bring Slurpuff, Jolteon, Greninja, Goodra, but to be honest, I think here's actually my reasons for why I think his last 2 mons are definitely going to be Goodra and definitely going to be Jolteon. Greninja is frail, and the thing is, if you're already going to bring Weavile and let's just say Gothitelle, because Gothitelle's base defense isn't really the highest, but you know, you don't want to bring 3 frail mons, you know. I mean, granted, Greninja does get a very wide pool of moves, but the thing is, you don't want to bring anything too frail. You want to have that off, you know, that bulk with it. And unfortunately, if you're bringing a Weavile and Greninja core, or Jolteon core possibly, you know, you don't want to have all 3 of those mons get obliterated by a Dragon Claw for a Kieran Black, you know. So you definitely have to kind of like watch out for that. But with that being said, I do actually think that he's going to be bringing Goodra and Jolteon. So like I said, you know, Goodra has a lot of special defensive bulk, but as well as a lot of, you know, special offensive, you know, hitting power. So that's why I really think he is going to be bringing, in fact, Goodra. And plus the thing is, if he was throwing Assault Vest on the thing, granted, Kieran Black does annihilate that thing, but the thing is, if Kieran Black is out of there, that's definitely going to be a switch in for Goodra to come in, you know, just switch in, you know. So that's why I really think he's bringing Goodra. And also, the last pick I think he's going to be bringing is Jolteon. Big reason I think he's going to be bringing Jolteon is because of Volcanion. I talk to Dan all the time, and my chair is squeaky as shit. But I talk to Dan all the time, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna, you know, I'm really gonna be prepping for Volcanion, and you know, and I kind of took that to my advantage. I'm like, all right, well, if he's gonna prepare for Volcanion a lot, then I'm not even gonna bring Volcanion. So you know, that's just a little spoiler before I start the team, but I'm not even bringing Volcanion just because, you know, he has a lot of special defense, you know, so there's no really point in me bringing it, just because I can't hit Mega Latias. I can hit everything else. I can't hit Goodra, Mega Latias. I think it's probably about it. Maybe Registeel, maybe not. I mean, because if I wasn't for sure not killing with a base 150 special defense, nah, not even doing it for him. But yeah, like I said, he has, you know, walls that can take it on, but Goodra and Mega Latias, because it's basically like Volcanion's good, but he can't take on dragons good. There's no way in hell he's taking on dragons, because he doesn't even get like an ice beam. He gets hidden power ice. That's probably about it. He gets haze, which is probably not going to help at anything. But yeah. That's why I really think he's bringing Jolteon, just in case if Volcanion does come, he can easily kill it with a Thunderbolt, because he already knows he's going to outspeed. Even if I'm Choice Scarf, he's going to outspeed, you know, with max speed. So that's actually pretty dope. But if I had to give an honorable mention to see who he's probably going to bring, I'm probably going to say Slurpuff. The only reason I'm going to say Slurpuff is because if he can get an Unburdened boost with a Belly Drum up, he's going to sweep my team completely. I mean, if you think about it, we have Kieran Black, Volcanion, Gliscor, and none of these Pokemon really want to take a Play Rough or maybe even a return from a +6, you know, Slurpuff. So that's definitely going to be, you can see that. That's definitely who I think Dan's going to be definitely bringing. But at the end, I think he's going to be bringing Weavile, Goodra, Mega Latias, Gothitelle, Registeel, and Jolteon. That's actually the mons I think he's going to be bringing. Like I said, I battle him here in a little bit, and again, I'm nervous. So let's go ahead and jump into the team builder, which, as you guys can see, you guys already, you know, probably thought for sure, but I am going to be bringing Space Jam, the Kieran Black, for the first time of this season. We're going to throw the Choice Scarf on him with the Terravolt ability, obviously, with Iron Head, Outrage, Facade, and Dragon Claw, obviously with 200 HP, 56 in attack, and 56 in speed. I don't really know, that might be wrong, but I think I am Choice Scarfing him. The only reason I'm Choice Scarfing him is because, it outspeeds everything, and I think if I can get a max outrage on everything, it's obliterating everything. Barring in mind, like I said, Registeel's around, so things I have to, you know, kind of prepare for Registeel. But other than that, you know, I have Iron Head for Slurpuff in case someone wants to set up, Outrage obviously for hitting everything else besides Slurpuff and Registeel. Facade is a move because like I know that Registeel do like to get T-Wave as well as Gothitelles, which is, you know, the two mons right there are definitely going to be the mons that are going to be trying to do some shenanigans around Kieran Black, so I definitely have to watch out for that. But that's why I'm running Facade, is just in case if I do get paralyzed from them from a T-Wave, I can easily just deliver a hit back as I am paralyzed. So, and then last but not least, we do have Dragon Claw, just because, you know, if we don't want to get locked into Outrage, but we want that stab, obviously we can just Dragon Claw right there. But like I said, 200 HP, I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I think I might have to add that to where it's 252 in attack, 252 in speed, and then 4 in HP. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be Kieran Black right there. So next we have a mon that we need to cover as well, and that's going to be Gramble, actually, because I needed a physical wall, and Gramble is actually my mon because he has a really, you know, decent high HP stat. So at level 50, we have Gramble here, aka Tank, making his first appearance as well as into season 3 with the Rocky Helmet Intimidate. So that means, you know, even a mon's attack is going to get lowered, and plus we can still Rocky Helmet as well. But Gramble here is actually going to be having the moveset of Heal Bell, Player Rough, Thunder Wave, and Earthquake. Earthquake is going to be in fact for the Registeel as well as the Jolteon, if I get the opportunity on Jolteon. But Play Rough, Stab, Thunder Wave is actually going to be a good move, because if I can get that on easily on Latias or Greninja or Weavile, then I'm actually sitting in a good position. But I have to watch out for Jolteon since it does get a Volt Absorb, so I have to kind of watch out for that. But obviously, and then last but not least, we do have Heal Bell for Kieran Black in case he does get paralyzed, or maybe even Bisharp, or maybe even Pangoro. But like I said, I'm running Heal Bell on him just because if Kieran Black does get paralyzed, I at least want to bring in Gramble. That way I can at least get him all healed up. That way his Choice Scarf is still intact, and then just start outraging everything, bearing in mind that if Registeel's gone or, you know, on the field still. So that's really what I'm bringing on to Gramble here. We have a 248 in HP, 8 in attack, and then 252 in defense with an Impish Nature. As well as having a Jolly Nature onto Kieran Black here. But yeah, that's basically going to be the set for Gramble. It's kind of going to be kind of working out for like a Gramble slash Kieran Black kind of set. Like, hey, if you get paralyzed, I'll cover you with a Heal Bell, or, you know, I'll cover you with a Thunder Wave so you can outspeed this mon, you know. So it's kind of like a little, like a rotating circle for like the moveset they have. But our next mon here is going to be Duke Nukem V2, aka Bisharp. Bisharp does put a hole in his team. I definitely didn't want to bring so many physical attackers to this match, but I needed to, because Dan's lowest stat is, even if he wants to apprehend that, it's still going to be the fact that you have a lot weak to Bisharp's and everyone's actually physical attacks move, you know, physical attacking moves, you know, like even if it's not doing as much, it's still going to help me out, because the thing is, it's going to be hitting better than special. So today, like I said, we have Bisharp here at level 52 with the Focus Sash, obviously. Just in case if I do get brought to the sash and no rocks are up, that means I can easily live a hit and then deliver one hard back. So we do have the Defiant ability just in case he wants to, you know, maybe get like a stat drop, like maybe like a Psychic special defense drop with, you know, Gothitelle or something. But basically, we're running Low Kick, and the reason why we're running Low Kick is exactly like Tank. We have to have a move that hits onto Registeel, so that's why we're carrying Low Kick, because the heavier the opponent, that means the more damage it's going to do. And since Registeel is very heavy, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. It's actually going to be doing over half, even if he's max defense Impish Nature, you know. So that's really good. Of what I really like about Bisharp right here is just because he's going to be able to do the finest of work. With Low Kick, as well as against Weavile or Greninja, or maybe even what was the other heavy mon? I think it was Golur. Or no, it wasn't Golur because he's Ghost. Oh, Embor. Yeah, even if he wanted to bring an Embor, you know, it's still going to be doing a lot. And then we have Knockoff, obviously, just in case if we want to predict the switch, and if we can knock off an item on anything. So say if he has like Choice Scarf Embor, or Choice Scarf Weavile, or maybe even Choice Scarf Jolteon, you know what I'm saying? That easily gives us a chance to knock it off and then potentially outspeed the next turn, which I doubt it. But, you know, it just gives us a good chance to get a knockoff on a mon. So, maybe even Choice Spec something, you know. It's just knocking off a Pokemon's item is going to be huge in this match, because obviously, if, you know, we don't want to lose to a match where, you know, we could have won if the Pokemon wasn't boosted from its item. So then next we actually running Taunt, and like, you know, Gramble and Kieran Black, we have to have something for T-Wave, so that's why I'm bringing Taunt here. So if I can outspeed a Gothitelle or a Registeel, which I know for a fact I will, unless there's a Trick Room up, but I'm going to be running Taunt just in case, so I don't get paralyzed from the T-Wave, and then I can easily just start delivering knockoffs and low kicks to these two mons, because these two mons are going to be the death of me against this match. So I definitely have to watch out for that. And then obviously Sucker Punch is going to be for the Latias, just in case, you know, because I already know Mega Latias is almost guaranteed to outspeed me. But the good thing is, if I can at least deliver, maybe even have my focus session tech and then get 2 sucker punches off on a Mega Latias, I easily win that matchup every day of the week. So that's kind of like the set I'm running on New V2. Again, 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in HP with a adamant nature, you know, just something to give that little extra with the adamant nature against his Mega Latias or his Gothitelle. So next we have Uzi, and this is going to be the set that I was talking to Dench about, that he actually suggested me, so, you know, he's a real MVP, shout out to him. But he gave me this set here that is going to be a little different than what I'm usually used to running. So we have Uzi here, the Tentacruel with the Binding Band with Clear Body. Obviously the moveset with Rapid Spin, Toxic Spike, Scald, and Infestation. Like I said, it's a very different moveset. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. But like I said, this thing necessarily is for Gothitelle or Mega Latias, just because I know I get pretty much beat up by a Psyshock from either 2 of those mons. So I was like, you know what, whatever. So I thought about it, I was like, hey, whatever, you know. If we get the chance to set up Toxic Spikes, we're going to do it because he doesn't have any hazard removal unless he wants to run Defog on his Mega Latias. So that's actually really good because that means, you know, all that extra damage that we can just, you know, talliate up on, we need to get it. Rapid Spin, obviously, for getting hazards are off our side of the field. That way, our focus dash on Bisharp can still stay intact. Scald for the Scald Burn. Infestation just for the Binding Band, so that means we're going to be doing a lot of damage. And the good thing is, so it can't switch. So say if it thinks I have Ice Beam on my Tentacruel with his Mega Latias, I can easily just, you know, Infestation, Scald Burn, and, you know, just keep getting that core together. That way I can just keep tallying the damage, and then that way I can just switch into Mon and then just, you know, like Kieran Black, and just annihilate that thing with a straight outrage or something. I don't know, you know, it's if the situation comes up. So like I said, that's really the reason why Uzi's coming. And the next but not least, or well, I still have 2 more, but we have Venusaur here, and you're probably thinking like, hey, stall Venusaur maybe, you know, why are you bringing Venusaur against Mega Latias? Here is actually why I'm bringing Mega Venusaur against Mega Latias or any other mons. We're bringing a physical Venusaur this week. Spose, as you can see, Mega Venusaur here with the Venusaurite. Ability Thick Fat, you know, just in case, you know, Weavile wants to give us an Icicle Crash, or, you know, maybe he's running, I don't think Jolteon gets Flamethrower, but maybe if he wants to run Fire Blast Goodra, or maybe even, you know, Flamethrower Latias, you know, something like that. But he has a moveset of Outrage for Mega Latias, as well as anything else that, you know, is pretty frail, like, you know, Goodra against physical hits. There's, you know, Weavile, Jolteon. So mons like that are really weak to physical hits as well, because Venusaur actually does have a base 100 attack, so that thing is gonna, you know, at least be hitting hard. Then we have Power Whip for stab, and plus it hits hard like a bitch. You know, it one shots Weavile, it one shots Jolteon, it one shots a lot of mons, like, you know, Golurk. It just really hits hard. And the thing is even if it's accuracy is pretty low, I'm still willing to take the chance with Power Whip over Seed Bomb any day of the week. So next, we have Synthesis, just in case if we get in that situation where we're on low on health and we get to outspeed, we're going to go ahead and just take the chance to get the health back, and then obviously just keep delivering Outrages or Power Whips or even Knockoffs, because obviously Knockoff is here for the Gothitelle, just in case that thing is Choice Specs, because we are outspeeding it with our base 80 special, or speed, I'm sorry. So unfortunately we are a brave nature, but easily we're going to run knockoff on that thing, so we can knock off a Choice Scarf, or maybe even Choice Specs, or maybe even like a, I don't know, maybe if he even screens Gothitelle, that's definitely a thing, you know, or maybe even Colbur Berry. Actually, Colbur Berry could be good, you know, a good item on a Gothitelle, because obviously Bisharp is here, and Bisharp, we did see it against Poise, so that's the thing, is Colbur Berry could be a thing, but if we can easily knock off an item on to Gothitelle, or maybe even Mega Latias, or maybe even Jolteon or Weavile, it's still going to be a good move to hit him with. But obviously we're running 200 in HP, 252 in attack, and 56 in speed, obviously with a brave nature. So that's going to be Venusaur here, just in case, and, you know, say if we can predict with our Mega Venusaur out, and we can predict Mega Latias to come in, we can easily just go for the Outrage, you know what I'm saying? So that way we can take one Psyshock and then deliver another Outrage and just kill that thing off, and no one would ever expect, like, damn, Venusaur just fucking killed Mega Latias, are you fucking kidding me? Yes, it did. Alright, so, and then last but not least, we do have Mark Hunt here, the Pangoro. He, again, like I said, like Kieran Black and Gramble, or, you know, Bisharp, he's going to be a mon that has super effective moves against everybody. He has Ice Punch for, like, Golurk, and, let's see, Ice Punch for Golurk and Goodra, and it's getting pretty low. But then he has, you know, like Gunk Shot for Slurpuff, or wow, I'm getting really low on this list. And then Drain Punch, obviously, for everything else, and then Knock Off for everything else. You know, so it's kind of like one of those things where you can deliver any of these moves to a Pokemon on his side, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So that's really why I'm running Pangoro here, aka Mark Hunt. He's still going to be holding the Life Orb because I didn't want to choice him in any fashion. Because if I choiced him, then that means I'm locked into a move, and I really don't want to lose a match because I'm locked into a move that's not super effective, you know. Especially if I can live the hit, you know. That's where I'd be more salty if Dan beat me at that point. Whereas if I was locked into a move that's not super effective, that's where I'd be really salty. But again, like I said, Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, or Ice Punch, and Knock Off. That's gonna be the move set, as well as a 4 investment in HP, 252 in attack, and 252 in speed with the Adamant Nature. So that's gonna be the squad that I'm bringing against Dan. I'm pretty hyped. I definitely have to change the stats on Kieran Black. You know, I might as well just do that now. That way, like when I get this team gen, I'm on as well. So 252 there, and let's just go for 4 in HP. Yeah, I might as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the squad that I'm bringing against Dan. I'm really nervous because Dan does have a squad. Unfortunately, he did lose 0-5 to Blake. But then again, you know, that was just a lot of setup from Manaphy. So Manaphy is a monster. We don't have quite a Manaphy, but we do have a monster called Kiram, and he's going to be our big man this week. So I'm really looking forward to using Kiram Black for the first time ever in my life, actually. These mons that I'm using now, like Tank, Duke Nukem, Uzi, Spose, Mark Hunt, you know, I'm really used to using them, but Kieran Black is going to be a mon where, like, everyone calls it a wall breaker, and I want to see why they call it a wall breaker. So again, I've never beaten Dan in, you know, league format, so I'm really hyped to see that. But again, if you guys are hyped for today's draft analysis, and make sure you guys hit that thumbs up down below, it's greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys go check out Dan in the description below, as well as his YouTube and Twitter links. But while you're in the description, make sure you guys go check out my Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All those are going to be at the above links. And with that being said, if you guys are hyped for tomorrow's match, because this is going up on Saturday and the match is going up on Sunday, then make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and show your support for the Detroit Liepards. You know what I'm saying? We need all that support because we're here to take over Season 2. And, you know, we got to beat these St. Louis Sableyes because I have to get a win under my belt against Dan. So, but with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. So make sure you have yourselves a great morning, night, evening, day, wherever you're at. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. What is cracking, cuz? See ya. Damn, bitch. Damn.